Now, that's a sunburn. President Biden back from vacation in St. Croix, and apparently he forgot to pack his sunscreen. The president sporting a red face. Critics say that it's not surprising considering he spent 37% of 2023 enjoying vacation destinations. And now that Biden is back home out of the sunshine, the president is set to pivot into dark Brandon mode. Yes, we found out his team is ramping up his 2024 campaign by, of course, focusing on Trump. Upcoming events designed to symbolize the fight for democracy and, of course, the former president. Jesse, are you concerned about the president not using enough SPF?
Well, I blame his dermatologist, Dr. Jill. I believe she's the dermatologist. He looks like George Hamilton. You have to be able to take care of yourself if you're going to take care of the country. And the man just had skin cancer a year ago and then goes out and gets totally roasted in the sun. It's reckless. I'm not going to make a sunburn a scandal, but this is impeachment material.
I agree.
The fact that he skipped the 9/11 ceremony and is going to show up for the January 6th ceremony is a disgrace. At this point, why don't we just make January 6th a federal holiday like we did with Juneteenth?
It's my Christmas.
It is your Christmas.
Well,
Merry January 6th.
Yeah, it's a Greek Orthodox.
It's going to be somebody's
It's a Greek
Christmas.
Orthodox.
Yes.
Christmas.
And you can't say you're running to save democracy, but you're not allowed to vote for your other guy.
Yep.
You're not allowed to do
exactly.
that.
Exactly.
So what do you think? I mean, that we found out also that his team is just waiting to figure out when to go full Hitler.
Yeah,
on
you know,
Trump.
I mean, this sunburn thing, Liz Warren is really pissed because only she can pass herself off as a Redskin.
Whoa.
And finally, though, I will say this, Joe finally got burned by a different sun. But according to the Hitlerization, this is what overshadows this whole thing is the orchestrated effort to remove their chief rival from the ballot and also to demonize and also to use lawfare in order to basically create an unfair election. They are doing everything possible but running a candidate. Have you noticed that? There's nothing else that they're doing. They're not even running a re-election campaign. All they're doing is Trump, 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 Trump. And here's the sad part. If Trump didn't run in 2016, none of these efforts to destroy his business would ever exist. So what does it tell Americans? It's cause and effect. If a political outsider runs for president, we will destroy you. And this is why, Dana, I'm not running in 2028. I can't have the media poking into my mail order leather goods company.
Right. I mean, because that's actually, there's some good products there.
There are. They do fit you.
What's the website again?
It's gimp.org.
Okay. Well, everybody check that out. Judge, what do you make of either the campaign strategy or the idea that he's going to go dark Brandon?
Well, look, he doesn't have a choice. He's got nothing to offer. The public is rejecting him. 71%, I think I said this yesterday, in the swing states think he's too old to run. 70% of America at least thinks we're going in the wrong direction. He's lost 25 points with the blacks. He's behind with the Hispanics. He's behind with the youth of this country. He's got nothing else. So what is he going to do? He's going to go out there and talk about how it is, Donald Trump is a threat to democracy while he makes sure that Donald Trump isn't on the ballot. I mean, the whole thing is backwards. And, he can save democracy all he wants, but what he's going to do January 6th, I just envision him with those Marines behind him with guns and that blood red background. Yeah. Then I think he's going to Charlottesville. He's got nothing else to offer. Trump is beating him, and he's beating him for good reason. And that's all I have to say.
Okay. Jessica, I mean, it is the case that if you're an incumbent, you want to make the election a choice between two people and not a referendum on your record, especially if the record is getting the kind of reviews that Biden's is.
His record is actually getting good reviews. It is being ignored. There were people all over our own airwaves, from the Wall Street Journal to people from the Biden campaign, talking about the economic record, talking about what Bidenomics has done for the average person. The Wall Street Journal ran editorials, ran reported pieces about all the optimism heading into it. The stock market is exploding. The jobless rate's down. Inflation is easing. Gas prices, we never talked about. Remember when you guys told me, drill, baby, drill. He won't drill. We're now producing more oil than any other country in history. 13.3 million barrels coming
But they
out.
don't want to claim that as an accomplishment.
Yeah, no, they do. Listen to Jared Bernstein. He showed up. He was on Fox over the weekend. Why are you
Jared
laughing?
Bernstein.
What, a chief economic advisor? That's
Why doesn't the president say anything?
He shows
What did he
up
do
and
today?
in fact, what?
He had nothing on his schedule, but he
can't-
just got back from 2
All
weeks
right.
in the Caribbean.
This idea that Trump is blowing him out of the water is just not supported by the data. You love the Real Clear Politics average.
Yes, it
it's
is.
within the it's within the margin of error. Look at the last 3 or 4 polls. Trump's up 2 in one, then it's tied in the other, then Biden's up 1 in the other. If you believe
That's true.
that Trump will win by 20 points of the black vote, I have many, many bridges to sell you. Or the youth vote. The guy had Vanilla Ice at his New Year's Eve party, and you think he's winning? the youth
Dare
vote?
you, Jessica?
How dare you defend
I have
that?
heard a lot from you over the years, but that will not stand.
Ice, ice, baby, you're losing the youth vote.
Yeah, but do you know what? You
What?
do this data, and it's always
Oh,
out of
God.
context.
No, it's not.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. It's out of context. We're coming off a pandemic. So it's like, hey, we're getting jobs back. It's like, yes, because everything went
it's
down
always
like that.
Pandemic is
But-
over.
All right.
All the
I know-
Stop! Collaborate and listen.
The jobs
In
are
the
back,
name of
and then
love.
they're
We have to
gaining.
go. All right.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.